Configuring email. This tutorial covers the steps for adding and configuring email support for your Freevoice dialer. Email groups allow agents to handle inbound emails just as they would inbound calls. The incoming email automatically pulls up a customer's lead information on the agent screen, while simultaneously locking it to keep them from receiving further calls or emails. Once they have responded to the email, they will disposition the lead, just like any other call, and they are immediately available for more calls or emails. Let's get into it. Okay, so on the left here, we're going to click Admin, and then we're going to go to System Settings. And the setting I'm looking for today is Allow Emails, and we want to make sure that it's set to 1. In this case, it is. I believe it's set by default as 1. So with that done, we're going to go to Users, and we're going to select a user. And a setting that we want to change here is Modify Email Accounts. We want this set to 1 as well. So we're going to set it to 1, and then we're going to hit Submit. Now we are able to create an email group. So on the Inbound tab, on the left, Inbound, and we now have a submenu for email groups. And I want to click Copy Email in Group. Or rather, add a new email group. And we're going to fill in these fields like so. Give the group an ID and a name. Set it to active. If we have need for a web form, we would add the URL here. And basically the next email agent, that's deciding where the email goes, just like you would handle an inbound call. So basically who's going to get the email, the user I just enabled or someone else. So I like to set this as longest wait time, or you can set it to ring all. I just did a video on that as well. The reason for this is that the email will send an alert just like a regular phone call. So, and it'll actually stop them from answering a phone call until they've responded to the email. Moving on. So we can have a script and a call launch as well if we need those. I'm going to leave these set as none. So with all that done, we're going to go ahead and hit submit. Now it's time to create an email account. This will allow the dialer to receive emails from an outside source. Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, Proton Mail, that sort of thing. On the Admin tab, we're going to click Admin, and then we're going to click Email Accounts. We are going to click Add New Email Account up at the top. And we are going to add a new inbound email account. So start by giving it an ID and a name. Set it to active. Give it a description. And these next 4 settings can be left as their defaults. We're going to go to email reply to address. This is the email address of the account to which you are setting up access. Replies to email messages from the agent interface will be read as coming from this address. And I'm going to go ahead and set it here. And then we're going to establish the server that houses the email address. Set up an account user and a name. And then we're going to set the in group to the email group that we just created and the default list, which will be 201. In-group call handle method will be email lookup. So basically the dialer will look up a lead based on its email. Search message will be load balanced. And the last two settings can be left blank. We're going to hit submit. And we now have an email account, an inbound email account for our dialer. And the next step is to set this, enable this for some campaigns. So let's do that. Go to campaigns on the left. And I'm going to select a campaign. And I'm going to go to detail view. I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. And I'm going to enable my email group so I can receive emails. And I'm going to go ahead and hit submit to save those changes. Now that we have an email account and an email group, it is a simple matter of assigning it to a campaign so that agents can log in and start receiving emails. So let's go to a campaigns and let's select a campaign, and on the right we have a link for modify, and we'll click it. We're going to go ahead and scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we are going to allow our email group in this campaign and then hit submit. Now when an agent logs into this campaign, they should be able to staff the email group and receive incoming emails. And that is how you configure email within your Freevoice dialer.